Hello everybody, I am back with another awesome recipe. Today we will be making a matcha crepe roll cake with fresh cream. If you're interested, then keep on watching. So first, let's quickly go over the ingredients. I have melted butter and heavy cream together in a little ramekin, milk, all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, 1 egg, and some good quality matcha green tea powder. This video was not sponsored. Reserved Matcha only sent me these to try out, and if I like them, I will feature them in the video. And guess what? I enjoyed them very much because I actually got them over a month already. I used it once and I kept it in the refrigerator to make sure it wasn't gonna oxidize on me, because a lot of matcha powder I bought outside, they always oxidize and just turn brown, which I didn't like. But this one, as you can see, it's very bright green and it's very good in quality. So let's get started to the video. I'm just gonna mix the matcha powder with my all-purpose flour and put it aside until we need it later. A lot of you might be curious on how to keep the matcha in good condition. I like to seal it back up, put it in another Ziploc baggie, and put that in the refrigerator. So it makes sure that the matcha doesn't get oxidized and turn brown, which we don't like. After it turns brown, the flavor changes and the color is not as vivid anymore, and I just like to toss it after it gets oxidized. So that was for storage. So let's get started to the recipe. In a mixing bowl, crack 1 egg into that, lightly whisk it with the granulated sugar. Okay, and then next add in our whole milk. If you want to add in 2% milk or non-fat milk, that's fine too, but I just think that whole milk tastes a lot better. And next, use a big sift. We are going to sift in our dry ingredients. I told you from the beginning that this is a very quick and easy recipe. It looks very difficult to do, difficult to make, but it's actually very easy. Alrighty, just use our balloon whisk and whisk it till there's no flour clumps. So next we are just going to strain the batter to make sure that nobody is going to chew on some flour clumps when they eat our roll cake. We're almost done with the batter. Just mix in the butter and heavy cream mixture. After that, we can go ahead and cover the batter with a plastic wrap and let it sit in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and then it's ready to use. Alright, after 30 minutes, I took the batter out. I lightly whisk the batter to make sure that everything that's settled on the bottom gets mixed up nicely. And then I'm using a 9-inch pan here. I'm just gonna lightly grease the pan to make sure that everything doesn't stick. Everything is pretty self-explanatory here. I basically use 1 ladle full to make 1 crepe, but before I cook the crepe, I like to put the batter onto the pan first. Swirl that around to make sure it covers the whole pan, and then turn on a simmer heat to cook the batter up. This way you won't have an uneven batter when you cook up the crepe. When you see air bubbles on the bottom of the crepe, you know that the bottom is done. Just quickly flip it over and then let it cook for about 10 to 15 seconds more, and then it's done. And just continue doing so until all the batter is gone. This recipe should give you about 6 to 7 crepes, depending how big your pan is. I got 6 crepes and a little bit of batter left. So after all the crepes have been cooked up, I'm just gonna whisk up some fresh cream. It's just basically heavy whipping cream and sugar and optional vanilla extract. So after that's done, I like to just cover the whipped cream with a little bit of plastic wrap and let it sit in the fridge, and then cover up my crepes with a little bit of plastic wrap, just make sure it doesn't dry up. When the crepe is all cooled down, then we are ready for assembly. So this part is pretty easy too, but my tip here for you is that you want the nicer side to be facing on the bottom. So when you roll it up, the outside will be prettier. After that, I'm just going to layer each crepe with a little bit of cream. After I'm done with all my crepe pieces, I'm just gonna roll everything up to make it into a crepe roll. So I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit here because I'm just doing everything over and over again until all the crepes are gone. Alrighty, so after all the crepes has been used up and all the cream has been used up, but I left a little bit at the end for decoration, I'm just gonna gently roll up the cake and then wrap it up with the parchment paper I have underneath and let it sit in the refrigerator for about an hour or so until the cream sets, and then we can cut it up and serve. Alright guys, I can see the finish line already, so I like to trim off the ends just because they don't have enough cream and they just don't look pretty enough. So they'll be eaten by me after I'm done recording this video, and everybody else will have a slice of nice rolled cake that's full of cream. And this is totally optional. I like to just sprinkle a little bit more of the matcha powder and top it off with a little bit of extra whipped cream, because we can always do with a little bit more extra whipped cream, right? Alrighty guys, this is how you make a matcha crepe roll cake. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a little bonus clip for you guys if you enjoy drinking matcha as much as me. So I will show you guys how to make a cup of traditional Japanese matcha. Please enjoy. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the very next one. Bye! And I almost forgot, I do have a discount code for the matcha that I just used in the video. If you guys are interested, feel free to use it.